Hey guys, how's everybody? I hope everyone's well. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to any newcomers, and if you do hit the thumbs up button, it really does help get the videos out there, helps the channel out, motivates me to keep doing this. You probably read the title, Echo 590. I told you guys that, it wouldn't be many more Echo videos, but I guess I lied. My dad had these logs he had drug up, just all up in the firewood. There's a few pretty good sized hickory logs and then a white oak log we cut in a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna take this Echo and run it, put some time on it. Really like the saw after the second round of port work. First round of work, it still just had that funny sound to it. We had a little more grunt, but just still wasn't a fast saw at all. But as you can see here, this hickory's been on the ground about a year. It is hard as a rock. Put it in some white oak and a little bit, it just falls through it like butter. You will see me run on the saw, Dad run on the saw, and I do run my Stihl 362C here some. Put this thing right in the middle of this knot, right in this crotch of the tree, and it just still, and I'm pulling on it pretty good, it still just tears it up, just like it just don't even care. And guys, that's a stock, out of the box, Echo chain. It is full chisel, but it is still a safety chain. Good fast cutting, smooth cutting chain. Don't be afraid of the safety chains. I've seen some cases where they may even be faster than what would be called a professional chain right out of the box. Like I said, you'll see Dad run on the saw some and me videoing. I have no idea why the GoPro went to vertical on this. It's kind of weird. I was like, what in the world is up with that? It was just the way I was holding the camera in my hand, I guess, but it does switch back around, go back to horizontal later. Not sure what was up there, but again, really enjoying this saw. A lot of the expensive or hard stuff was done when I got it. Someone had spent some money on it. With the money you've got to spend on these to get them to the level of the 620, I would say you may as well just buy the 620. I looked it up, and that carburetor was around $100, I think, and the ignition coil was around $100. The 590's like $440, $450. I think a 620 can be had for $600, $650 or so. I've seen them cheaper than that. Probably better off to start with the 620 saw, but like I said, someone had already put the 620 coil on this, and I'm not sure about the carburetor. I've not looked at the numbers on it, but it has been modified. It's not governed at all. This saw's tuned at around 15,000 RPMs out of the cut, of course. As you can see, this is good sound white oak. It is just falling right through it, and Dad's leaning on the saw pretty hard. He likes to lay on the dogs on them. That white oak cuts pretty good anyway. It cuts like butter. Oak cuts like butter compared to hickory, we'll put it that way. You can either agree with it or not. When I rolled this over, it was like, there's mud all over it. I thought it would kill the chain, but it didn't seem to hurt it. Cut quite a bit after that. I think I only got about 10 minutes of footage. Somehow I missed a pretty good section of video cutting with my 362C. Which would come up to that in a little bit. But, this saw, that Echo has that 362C handled pretty good. I'll have to port the 362. Because I'd cut this log with the 362C, made all of the down cuts, and then we rolled it. And that's Dad just finishing the cuts with the Echo. It's like, understand what happened to that part of the video, but whatever, it is what it is. I've got some footage with it here in a little bit. It's nothing special, but cutting up a pretty good hard piece of wood. I will say the 362, it's I don't know how to put it, I guess it's just maybe a little more refined than the Echo. It's a little smoother cutting. It's quite a bit lighter. I think the lightweight bar and stuff on it, it's probably a good 2 pounds lighter than the Echo, or that's what it feels like. To me, that doesn't matter. Neither saw's heavy at all to me. They're both smaller, lightweight saws. Both 59cc. This was one hard-ass piece of wood here. You'll hear me say it at the end. That's one hard piece of wood. It could have been on the other one when I run the Stihl. I don't know. It was all hard. I know some of you had asked about the numbers on this. I really don't want to get into it because I raised the exhaust roof on it pretty high. It's still in the 100s, but it was a little higher than I was planning on going. I overshot a degree or two, but I'm just going to keep it to myself. I just don't need any drama about, someone thinking that might have took it too far or something. But as you can see, the saw has all the torque you could ever want in a 59cc saw. And again, zero machine work on that. I think we had 24,000 squish just pulling the gasket. Which to my understanding was pretty common, and there's no squish band in it really to cut, like the least little bit, and it has a domed piston, so it's got plenty of compression. I've not had a gauge on it, I don't really have a need to. All I know is that it runs a lot better than it did before I started fooling with it, and I did do a time in advance on it. I done it the way I do it. Just probably filed 20-25 thousandths out of the key slot in the flywheel. Works every time. I think we got the 362 now. I don't know why I even started cutting on this side of the log. But this is one hard piece of wood. This saw handled it pretty well. In the other bigger piece, it didn't really care for it a lot, but still made pretty quick work of it to just be a bolt-on saw. I'm expecting this thing to pick up a lot just from doing machine work and port work to it. Probably just do, a basic work saw build on it. Not take it too far, but honestly I won't get to this probably till we get the new building built. Get things moved into it and set up. I've got some other projects going on to keep me busy until then. But you can see this saw handles that wood pretty good. Again, hard as a rock hickory. This saw has a bark box. It has the Redbeard Saw's foam air filter, which is basically just a uni filter. I've got video on the channel showing both going on it. It's got a pretty healthy time in advance. Really strong saw just to be bolt-ons, I guess. But, I really like it. Pretty good saw. I think we're coming to the end of the video here. Dad's doing the undercuts on that Echo. I think he pinches it here. Yeah. But anyway, again, thank you guys for watching. We got a lot of stuff coming. You guys have a great day.